What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Game Junkie, coming at you one more time with another episode of Guacamelee. This is episode 7 in the series, so I hope you guys can sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Here we go. We were on our way to the desert. We had just left Pico de Gallo, which was actually burnt to the ground. So let's see. We have finally reached the desert, and I gotta tell you guys, there are some surprising new enemies here that are quite challenging. Because it's no longer just you punching them in the face and throwing them against the wall and stuff like that. Now it actually takes a little bit more timing because you gotta catch their little cactus grenade things and throw them back at them in order to blow them up. So definitely keeping you on your toes as you progress through the game. I kind of like it though. You know, it is more challenging, and I have messed up quite a bit during this section of the game. But it definitely brings the fun factor to a new level because it has become more and more challenging. So let's grab our piñata, grab our silver, grab our gold, and let's go, go, go. What has been your favorite part of the series so far? Go ahead and leave it in the comments below. Let me know what you liked most, what you liked the least, and let me know what I can improve on, and I'll be sure to bring it to you guys. Alright, so now we are continuing on through the desert, trying to make sure that we don't let this little bat guy kill us, because they are actually pretty vicious if you don't take them down right away. They have these little red balls of fury that just obliterate you if you're not paying attention. It is so freaking scary sometimes. Alright, so we're heading down into the deep caverns of the desert, trying to find our way to our long lost president's daughter. And now we have these new plant guys that instead of just popping up and attacking you, now they have these giant thorns that pop through the ground. Definitely a little bit more difficult than the original plant guys, because I wasn't expecting the whole thorns to come out of the ground thing. I was expecting a normal, regular plant that just, you know, popped up, tried to smack me with its Pikmin head, but that definitely was not the case. Alright, so now we are making our way through the caverns, grabbing our silver, grabbing our gold, grabbing our piñata, because it's my party and I will kick some butt if I want to. Alright, let's not forget this little treasure that we found earlier that we couldn't get to. Let's go ahead and get up there and grab it. Hopefully these bats don't hurt us too badly, although they're red balls of fury all up in your face. Not a good look. So let's go ahead and leave those guys, do a couple combat rolls to make it look official, and let's continue on our way. So now we got some more of these cactus guys, and no lie, they are a lot more difficult than they look. I actually kind of noticed a little bit of a problem with the aiming system, because if you don't hold your joystick and keep it there where you want to throw it whenever you release, it'll just go wherever it wants to. Like, it'll pretty much go the opposite of where you wanted it to go, which became pretty annoying when I was trying to face off against them. But luckily I ended up figuring it out. I feel as though I was a little slow picking up on what it was that it was doing, but at least I got there, you know, eventually. Alright, making it look easy as we go through the cavern. A nice little frog smash leap. And a headbutt. Alright, so now we are continuing on our way, and now they've thrown another wrench into the system. Now with these enemies, you've got to do moves before you can even hit them, because they got these force shields on them. So some of them require the frog leap smash thing. Some other ones need the super uppercut, the rooster uppercut, or whatever it's called. And then the last one, which is the yellow ones, they actually require a headbutt. Alright, so remember that, because later on in this section you'll see as to why it's important to remember what color does what. Because for a while I couldn't remember which one was which, and I kept on basically killing myself from not paying attention to what color needs what kind of attack. Alright, so now we are continuing on our way, trying to make progress here. And what do you know? There's someone trying to talk to us. So let's go down and investigate. See who it is that's trying to get to us, so we can hopefully continue on. Oh, it's a crazy night skeleton. Oh my god. Okay, so now we're getting bombarded with all the little Oompa Loompa guys. And now a whole bunch of skeleton faces that require the frog leap smash thing. Definitely making it a little more difficult, because after you hit their shield, if you don't attack them right away, their shield regenerates. So you definitely got to take care of them as they lose their shield. Otherwise, you'll end up losing a bunch of progress, which is a little bit harder than it sounds, because once you get one shield down, that doesn't mean you got everybody's shields down. So the ones that have the shield will still come behind you and start attacking you, and you really have nothing you can do about it, because they still have their shield up, which means you are basically, your attacks are powerless against them. So let's go ahead and knock out this jolly green giant real quick by levitating in the air and kicking him in the face, because that's how we do. Collect our silver, collect our gold, and looky here, President's daughter. It is so nice to see her. She is a sight for sore eyes, because we haven't seen her in about 5 episodes. Uh-oh. So as soon as we get close to her, little Miss Pocahontas pops up, flips us over to the dead world, to where she's really not there. It's really just a scarecrow. Not gonna lie, I was a little frustrated when this happened, because I thought that I was finally gonna get to save my princess. It's always in another castle, and turns out that did not happen. Alright, so now we get a little glimpse of a backstory between the President's daughter and ourselves. Turns out we've been wanting to be a luchador since we were a kid, with our little, you know, paper mask and everything. I believe the President's daughter's always seen us as a hero, you know, always admired us, at least, because she is definitely holding on to that paper mask as if it is something that is near and dear to her heart. So let's not fail her. Let's continue on our mission and take care of business. So it turns out that was just a dream. I thought it was an actual, like, backstory part of the game where he was basically telling his story. It kind of was, but he was really just in his own little dream state. And now Pocahontas is letting Calica know that we were the ones that killed his beloved pet, which I don't think is going to turn out well for us, just because anybody who has a pet knows that that's, like, you know, their love, even if it's the ugly cat, bear, snake thing that he had. I have a feeling he's still going to be pretty upset about that. Alright, so looks like Pocahontas is still responsible for some of the blame here. And we're a chicken. We are a half-hatched chicken in an egg. So I don't know really how this is going to turn out for us. This might be epic. This might be terrible. But oh my god, we are a chicken. So let's continue on our way in our little chicken form. Hopefully it doesn't destroy us too much. Hopefully we don't die. Hopefully there's not too many enemies. But that is a whole lot of hoping. Alright. Continuing down our little tunnel ways. Trying to figure out where it is that we're supposed to go next. Alright. Luckily we're not down there because those enemies look a little fierce. You know, for a little chicken and a half done shell, we are running pretty quick, but now we got some enemies we're facing. Luckily, they don't seem to be the brightest of enemies as they continue to run themselves into the saw blades. Alright, well, they're getting a couple hits on us, only because it's impossible for us to get out of their way. But looks like we're kicking some pretty good butt right now. It's counting it as hits for whatever reason. And I can't break the pinata. Awesome. So let's continue on. See what we can find. Hopefully nobody tries to attack us right now, because we are definitely in a not so defendable form. I am not doing so good with these thorns. So what I'm going to try to do is use my hurt state where I become basically not a real solid object to where I can pass through things, and use that to my advantage and just try to make my way through the thorns that way. Alright, so now we can attack. So let's get our karate skills on as a chicken. Unfortunately, they are not too impressive as we are only taking out like 5% of his health per hit. Oh man, now we got 2 of them, and we're only a chicken. Only a chicken fighting this war amongst men, or skeletons, I guess. It kind of reminds me of if you guys have ever seen Bolt. The little gerbil that's in the ball that has so much fight in them, but really can't do much. That's what I kind of am reminded of here in our little chicken form. It's like we're that little gerbil that wants to kick everybody's butt, but really has no reason or, you know, no purpose to even be in the fight. But be that as it may, we are continuing on our little pathway here. And we meet another chicken, a rooster actually. Alright. So, obviously, means how he is a talking chicken. He is actually a human or something that's been turned into a chicken. And, okay, so now we can switch between chicken form and human form, which is nice. Because that means that we no longer have to stay a chicken, and it also means that we can go into different places in the game that we weren't able to before because we weren't small enough. So let's continue on, see if we can get past this rooster and head through that tunnel that's behind him. Alright. It's kind of nice to be switching back and forth, so I don't have to stay a chicken all the time. Let's see, can we break this? It's looking like a no-go. Alright, so let's continue on. Back to chicken form. Alright. So I believe that is going to do it for us today, ladies and gentlemen. So if you would please be so kind as to like, subscribe, and comment below. Also, please don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And as always, until next time, Y'all come back now, you hear?